Hello everyone, this is Rabab Alma, licensed marriage and family therapist and international life coach. I will be talking today about gratitude and let me know where are you joining me from, what do you think of the topic. I will go ahead and share it with my other groups and pages until you join. And I think the idea of gratitude sometimes we want to show or appreciation to others and to what's happening in our life, but do we show gratitude towards ourselves? Let me share this with my other group. Let me know where are you joining me from. Again, the topic for today is gratitude, and do you show gratitude towards yourself? So what does gratitude mean to you? And what does it mean that you show your gratitude towards yourself? Does it make sense to start with? And I think sometimes we forget to give enough credit towards ourselves. So again, these lives are meant to be for a general info. They are not meant to replace any medical or professional help. These lives are meant to connect with you, and I love that sometimes people will drop a comment on their subjects for me to address, or some concerns. And I sometimes when I choose a topic, it's based on how I feel at the moment, or maybe what's going on in professionally or personally. And I think it's important to share that with people and see what's your opinion about the subject. So gratitude, what does gratitude mean in terms of showing appreciation and thanks to what's happening in our lives? And sometimes saying thank you or some gesture of appreciation can make someone else's day. A lot of time comments come to my practice, and a lot of them will talk about, I don't feel validated or appreciated or acknowledged or being taken for granted. And I see it a lot among couples, that people feel that years go by and they don't really address this issue, as they don't feel appreciated and validated. We all need to feel heard without judgment, and to feel appreciated about the little things we do. And just imagine if you are being appreciated, how would that warm your heart? And what will that do to you? So appreciation can impact us on so many ways. And I have here in my comments like a couple of areas that appreciation can really affect us. And I will start with the emotional. When we give gratitude, even in some religions, and a lot of religions, when we talk about gratitude, if you're gratitude, you will be given more. So when we are grateful to our Creator, we are grateful to the people in our lives, even the people that cause us trouble and trauma or issues. Sometimes there are certain side of them that you're grateful for, and there are certain side of them that you are not grateful for. But if you focus sometimes on some positivity coming out of this person or the situation, this might give you some perspective or different perspective. So when we talk about the emotional benefit of gratitude, so we have good feelings, we feel more relaxed, more resilient, and happier in general, and maybe less envious. So when we talk about, when we are grateful to what's happening in our lives, and we see sometimes, especially on social media, a lot of people post a lot of things, and then the comparison start, and sometimes that will affect us and affect how we feel about our own life. But when we have a list of things that we are grateful for, that help us in our downtime, when we don't feel well, when we feel that there is something wrong in our lives, and then we tap into this grateful side and being grateful to what's happening in our life. But I want to talk about, have you ever thought of being grateful towards yourself? Have you ever thought of noticing the positive sides in your personality or in your life, in you as a person, and you come to appreciate that side of you. Sometimes we forget that. We forget that we have a positive, nice side inside of us that we're grateful for. That it was that side that helped us throughout our life to overcome obstacles and difficult times. Your strength. Are you grateful for your strength, for your resilience, for your kindness? Sometimes we are not kind all the time, but how about we show gratefulness to when we are kind? And when we remember that we were kind or compassionate at a certain point. We are human beings and we do mistakes in our lives, and sometimes you are not kind all the time. But are you able to separate between the two and give yourself enough credit and gratitude? I think so. If we are not used to be appreciated in our lives, if we grew up in a culture or a family when gratitude to each other was not really the theme in the family or in the culture, when we become adults, it's our responsibility to show that gratitude towards ourselves. It's our responsibility to take care of that part of us, the emotional part of us, and that means being grateful to your own strengths, to your own good character. Can you write down what do you like about yourself? What is it? And sometimes people will think about it that I am being, that's being like I'm snob, or maybe I am just being arrogant, or I think there is a difference between being arrogant and appreciating the good qualities you have and knowing your value. I think it's important for us to know our value and to operate in life based on that. So there is a difference between arrogant, excuse me, and not accepting less than what we deserve. So in relationships, in career, interaction with people, what do you think you deserve, and how can you attain that? And what kind of an energy you bring to the setting in order to get what you want. I think it's important to know that and to appreciate it. So back again to the gratitude and the benefit of it. That so when we are grateful, we are more open and we are more relaxed and comfortable to engage and interact. When we are grateful, we have healthier marriage. If you are grateful to your spouse, he or she will reciprocate. If you are with a healthy partner, I'm sure. But if you are not, that's another issue that you need to seek help for that. But if you are appreciating the person and he or she appreciating you back, imagine the impact of that on your marriage. With your children, we cannot always come to our children with instructions and telling them what to do and not to do. We want to also point out and being grateful their presence in our lives. Sometimes I hear from teenagers in my practice that, oh, my mother say, oh, I wish you were not here, or all of these words that I wish I didn't have you as a child, or all of this is abuse. If we change that and we show the child in our life or whoever in our life, we show gratitude, imagine the impact of that on our relationship with them, our friendship. I think when we show appreciation and gratitude, people most probably will reciprocate. You will feel that peacefulness inside of you, and you will face the world with a different attitude. Have you tried that? When you wake up in the morning and you feel that you are grateful today, you are alive, you are enjoying the sunshine, you are enjoying excuse me, nice breakfast, or you're enjoying whatever you have. You are enjoying looking at yourself in the mirror. You are enjoying being able to get dressed and going out and facing the whole world with a smile. do you think that will affect the rest of your day? So if you wake up and you don't have that attitude and you're grumpy and you're sad, don't you think this will affect the rest of your day? So I think it's important for us to take responsibility, to take our power back. We have the power to change the way we feel about our day, starting with gratitude, starting with being grateful to your creator, to the people who are in your life, to yourself, to the body you have, to the mind you have, to the feelings you have, to that gut feeling that sometimes we ignore, but it's right and correct. I think when we start to appreciate that we have that instinct, that I can tell if this is a good situation for me or not. Do we appreciate that? Do we show gratitude towards this gift that we have within ourselves? Career. Do you have a job? Do you go to work or the workplace every day? Do you enjoy it or not enjoy it? Are you grateful for what's the positive part of it? Nothing is perfect, but are we grateful to the positive, to the good part of it or not? Because if we are not grateful to anything in that setting, then it's gonna show. It's gonna show in the way we present ourselves, the way we face the world, the way people will see us. It's an energy. And if we have positive energy, people will pick on that. And that will affect you positively. So if I remember going to a couple of days ago to my doctors, and I was just smiling and see the result of how people interacting with me. Like you were smiling at people or saying kind words, and then they will reciprocate. And then the whole encounter is positive, and you leave people and you leave yourself with good impression and good feeling. Don't we all want to feel good? Don't we all want to feel that we are accepted and we are people have good impression about us? Not because just we care about their opinion, but it's about us, how we feel about it. Amin Balqasim. I will speak only in English. You can ask me in Arabic, but I will respond in Arabic in writing later on. But on the live, I will speak in English. Thank you so much for joining. When we are grateful for our health, when we are grateful for what we have, you are healthy. Some people have health issues, but are you healthy otherwise? Are you able to make changes in your life so you feel more grateful and more healthy? Mental health is greatly affected. If you read articles online about how being grateful is directly affects our brain and how our brain view things. So I think it's important to take a quick look at that and close look. I'm sorry about that. Close look about how we view things. Are we able to be grateful? Shakir Rahman says, nice. Thank you for joining. I think it's important to really think about how we view things, and are we able to look at the good things, the good part in things. What's the benefit also of being grateful? I think when we're grateful, we are not going to be able to honor our integrity or well-being until we are grateful towards ourselves. If we are truly grateful, then we are able to feel that well-being and integrity. We are able to make good decisions. If we are able to value our strengths and our positive qualities, then we are able to appreciate it and show it. Are we able to take that step? A lot of us will think about gratitude of giving it to other people, but we need to first give it to ourselves. We need to be able to appreciate what we have inside of us, your feelings, emotions, everything that went on in our lives. Romana, hi, thank you for joining, Romana. So if we are able to be grateful to all the experiences we went through, the good and the bad, we all went through some really difficult stuff sometimes in our lives. Romana, so good to see you. So if we are able to appreciate these events that went on in our life, the good and the bad, because we learned lessons, we are not going to be where we are now without these experiences that we went throughout our lives. So I go back and I remember coming here to the United States, being alone, raising my daughter, being a single mother, all of these events, that was not easy. It was difficult. And it's still difficult sometimes. But am I grateful? I need to always remind myself about the gift that it was bestowed on me from my Creator in my life, that was able to bring me here to this step in my life. I just opened my new office, and I just look at it and I feel like, wow, I'm so amazed. I'm so grateful to my Creator, to the experience, to everything, to all the people that were part of this journey. It was the professor at school that helped me. It was the friends that were part of my life. It was my daughter who pushed me with her presence to be a better person. To my close friends, to my best friends, to my family, to all of these people, we need to be grateful. Because if we are not grateful, then we are really not paying dues to and thanks when thanks and gratefulness is due. Once we start looking at things from that lens, that we are blessed regardless the difficulties. I'm not discrediting the difficulties. We all have difficulties. We are all tested in this life. But we all have things to be grateful for. Do you think you will be able to write down what are you grateful for? Once I started writing, and the list was so long. You know, the very breath we take, the eyesight, anything that you are able to do on your own without assistance is a blessing and a gift. And I think once we start training ourselves, and subsequently we are actually training our brain to look at the positive side of something before the negative side of it. So when we train ourselves to do that, then that will change our outlook to life. That will make us happier, more at peace. We are more able to enjoy life, enjoy people. I remember when my daughter was visiting me on the 4th of July, and she said, "Oh, I don't want you to be upset the last day before I leave, because I don't want us to waste a full day of our time with being just sad because I am leaving the next day." And that was a very nice advice that I took from 22 years old. And I actually followed the advice, and I wasn't sad the day before. Even when she left, on the day she left, I was able to, I was very grateful that we enjoyed such a nice time. And I was able to keep myself busy that day when she left. So I was busy, and I came home and at work, and I came home and I was tired and I just went to sleep. So I think when we train ourselves to be grateful, and when we are appreciating what's happening in our lives, that will train us, and it will be eventually a way of life. Are you ready to do that? I want to ask you, are you ready to change the way or your way and start to be more grateful? Are you ready to focus on the positive side first before looking at the negative side? Let me know what you think of that. Are you ready to do that? Maybe if you want to practice it, maybe 2-3 times a day. Then it becomes a habit. Because you deserve to be happy. And happiness cannot be attained without being grateful. If you like this video, please hit like, share it, and I will download it on YouTube, so you can subscribe there and you can watch there. For the person who asked me if I can answer something in Arabic, I will be glad to answer this in the comment section. So write your comments, or write. Shakir Ahmed said I will do. I'm glad. So if you want me to answer questions in Arabic, please write it in the comment section, and I will be happy to respond to you in Arabic in the comment section. However, my lives are all in English. Thank you so much for watching, and I wish you a wonderful night. Don't forget to like and share and subscribe to my YouTube channel, and let me know also what topics you would like me to Romana, may Allah always keep you happy, and you too, Romana. Thank you, and everyone else who is listening, and thank you. I'm very grateful actually for people who are watching and joining and spending the time, because see, you have the option to do something else, and you chose to watch this live with me. I am very grateful to everyone who's watching and putting a comments in the comment section. I'm so thankful, and I really appreciate it. So until I see you next week, I wish you a wonderful week, and a week full of gratefulness and appreciation and love. Have a wonderful night.